It actually gives me goosebumps watching this.
This ball used to get wet and slippy. There's that drink.
No, I do not want to sing and dance with a cup on my head.
Today we're at Twickenham celebrating a partnership which has spanned over 150 years between Gilbert and England Rugby. And with us to reflect on the changing face of the game are two players who have done the jersey extremely proud, albeit over 50 years apart. Budge Rogers amassed a record-breaking 34 caps for England. He was also the first player to be awarded an OBE for services to the sport. Sadia Kabeya made her Red Roses debut in 2021 and in her first full international season helped the side win a Six Nations Grand Slam and get to a World Cup final. Great to have you both here. We're here at the World Rugby Museum. We know the game has developed and evolved in so many ways and nothing tells that story more than these three balls in front of us. This one is the big side ball. It's from the mid-19th century. This is actually your ball, isn't it?
Yes.
From the 60s, Budge.
Yeah.
And this is our brand new World Cup ball. So a little bit of a story there. Let's take a look at this one first. Have a little feel, Budge. What are your first impressions?
That it's evolved from a soccer ball. This ball used to get wet and slippy, really slippy. That's one of the big differences with the modern ball.
Which is the brand new Gilbert Novo ball, which they're using in the Rugby World Cup. Now, what's brilliant about this ball is there's two valves, one to blow it up and one to insert a smart chip because it uses certain amounts of technology which measure the distance, the speed of the ball, and it informs commentary and fan engagement. There's lots of exciting things about this ball, much more grippy than these two.
Yeah, having these type of balls, not only does it help obviously with the grip and stuff, but also having this type of data allows us to, get better in our training and show us what we need to improve on. Yeah, these balls are amazing for the future.
So we're here in the cinema room. Budge, we're going to watch you in action first. Just tell us, what was this game?
This is the third game of season 69. Duckham, beautiful. Look at that.
Brilliant try. The crowd, look at the crowd. They're on the pitch.
He's trying to get them off the pitch.
There's that drink.
7-pinter that was.
Yeah.
Budge, you played rugby back in the 60s. How different was it back then?
Totally different. I mean, first of all was the size of the players. A centre in my day weighed 11 stone, now they're 15. My position, I was 13, now they're 16, 17 stone. Obviously
you captained England, so just talk us through, how did that come about? Were you given a letter?
I got a phone call from Tom Berry, who was announced the team, and then he said, we'd like you to captain it. And what we did, a match weekend in those days was we met in a hotel in Richmond for home games on the Thursday night. And then we went out to a ground somewhere, Richmond or London Scottish, on the Friday morning. And the captain took the session, no coach. Captain took the session. The selectors were on the touchline watching, but didn't say anything about the basis of their selection or anything.
And it's quite tough back then because you didn't have any substitutes at all.
No.
There was 15 players and those 15 players played the game.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what happened on the field.
No, if you lost someone injured, if they went off, you played with 14 men.
So we're back in the cinema. Sadia, it's your turn now. What are we watching here?
This is the Grand Slam final, England versus France. The first standalone game at Twickenham for the women, so a very, very exciting day and a very, very exciting game too.
It actually gives me goosebumps watching this. Abby Dow.
She's quick.
Abby wow, Abby wow.
I remember on the day watching you on the screen thinking, they're not getting off her. Then you, and I think you actually mouth, this is so awkward.
No, I did. Yeah, I remember looking up and seeing myself on the screen thinking, are they gonna come off? Are they gonna come off me?
So what's Hannah Bottoman doing here?
We always sing with the Six Nations Cup, we've got the Six Nations, or he's or she has got the Six Nations on his head. And she was trying to give it to me to sing and dance, and I was saying, no, I do not want to sing and dance with a cup on my head. But so Bots took it upon herself to sing and dance, and then we gave it to Mids later. But
can you give us a little
What of the?
Yeah, can you just give us a little taster of it? I've never heard of it.
Six Nations on her head. That's how
Come on,
it goes.
Budge. Got the Six Nations on her head. Sadia, you're of course part of the Red Roses setup. The game is just growing in popularity, especially the women's game. How much are you enjoying being part of it all?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to be playing women's rugby right now, especially as you said, it's only going up. Since I started 3 years ago in the international setup, it's just been like a rocket, going on leaps and bounds, breaking records, being on TV, and it's things that I can never imagine. And the girls who are in the squad who have been in there for a very, very long time, it's their first time seeing these things too. So yeah, it's been very, very amazing.
So now we're back to the kits and we're looking at headgear and how it's developed. Budge, did you wear anything that looked a little bit similar?
I did, similar. It was white and it was made of cloth rather than leather, and I cut out all the padding. So I just used it to keep my ears in. I've got rather big ears, you'd probably notice. Keep them in because I used to tear them in tackles along the top here.
Sadia, you occasionally wear this piece of headgear. It's obviously come quite a long way. How do you fare with that?
Yeah, I really like it, and this is the headguard that lets a lot of air in it, so you don't get too hot when you're playing. Even though I do run around with my headguard half undone during the games because I just get so hot generally, but this one's actually really good because it does let a lot of air in as well.
Sadia, we're now building towards a World Cup in 2025. How much would it mean to you to run out at Twickenham in front of a sellout crowd?
Yeah, it would be amazing. I think it would mean the absolute world. I think for the whole squad to be able to run out at Twickenham in a record-breaking sellout crowd, in a final, hopefully, fingers crossed, would be absolutely amazing. And I think it would be a huge step for women's rugby, and it would be the start of something great, I think, in the way women's rugby can go and where it is going.
And it's all about inspiring the next generation and just showing that they are welcome and they are, like, it's a game for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. All for the next generation.
Budge, Sadia, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today, and it's great to see just how far the game has come.
It's been great to be here, and I wish you all luck with this.
Thank you.
Where's it going? Who's going to see it?